Okay, I just watched President Trump give his speech about how he's going to cut government waste. And what he was saying is that he was going to be going into Fort Knox and finding out whether or not there's any gold in Fort Knox. And of course, there's going to be also hell to pay if he doesn't find any gold. Then, of course, President Trump was talking about all of the government waste that's going on from people who are receiving, dead people that are receiving Social Security checks when they've been dead for maybe over 200 years. And so all of this stuff that he was bringing up makes a lot of sense. The government, from what I understand, is sending money to various different countries that don't really serve our interests. They are LGBTQ checks, and there was even one check, I think, for Afghanistan that they were sending millions of dollars to Afghanistan to put on a Sesame Street program in Afghanistan, which I don't even understand. So there's a lot of government fraud and waste. You know, we know about the military. The military can actually buy a hammer for $20,000 a hammer and all of that craziness. So we understand that, yes, there is a lot of fraud and waste. And so President Trump, he proceeded to go from there and explain how all of this waste is going on, to telling us that he was going to remedy the problem by getting rid of government workers. And so he's planning to cut a lot of the government waste out by actually going to fire a lot of employees who work for the government. And so what concerns me about that, and, you know, it's okay to disagree with Trump, and I'm going to do it, and this is a trigger alert. Here's what concerns me about that, is that why is President Trump going after the small man? When it comes down to it, shouldn't he be going after the higher positions? I think the people who have the ability to make these decisions, to send all this money to various places in the world, have to have a clearance, and they also have to have a GS structure. I think the government goes from GS1 all the way to GS15. And GS15, you're making around $200,000 a year. GS13, you may be making $150,000 a year. And, you know, it may be even levels up above there where people are making even $500,000 a year. Now, these are the people who are actually making the decision to send this money to all of these mysterious, untraceable places. This is why it's wrong for President Trump to eliminate people who are GS workers, that person who may be cleaning the bathroom, or the other person who may be a paper pusher in a middle office somewhere, who has a family to feed, and he's a father or a mother who is dependent upon both of their salaries in order to make it, just to pay for their child care and their regular expenses like gas and clothes and food and everything like that. So when it comes down to that, we are going to create a recession because people are not going to be able to afford the regular basic things of life if he begins to fire people from the middle. And that's what I am talking about. President Trump is not going after the big executives and the big decision makers who are causing all of this confusion. He's going after you and me. And you need to be worried about that and very concerned. Now, I don't work for the government, but again, I'm saying the average person, you're going to be the person that's going to be hurting and suffering from this. Anyway, you let me know what you think. Maybe you don't think so. Maybe you agree with President Trump. He's trimming the fat. He's trimming the fat. Yeah, you're going to be the person that is going to be trimming. Anyway, let me know what you think.